Hi there, I'm Mike Gales for Everlast Nutrition, and this is part 3, the truth about weight loss. In this third video, we're going to take a look at what I ate, when I ate it, and what I did at the gym. And then we're going to take a look at the math of it all. But before we begin, let's cover a few concepts. Like first off, what is a calorie? A calorie is just a measurement of energy, and the one that you use to sing on food labels refers to how much energy it would take to raise 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius. Now just so you know, it would take 3,500 calories to burn 1 pound of fat, or 7,700 calories to burn around a kilogram of fat. And one more thing to note is that carbs have 4 calories per gram, but protein also has 4 calories per gram, and fat has about 9. Now, while we're on the subject of energy, each of us has a certain amount of energy that is required for us to sustain life. Before you have even begun to move or exercise, your body requires a certain amount of energy just for it to sustain its tissues and its organs. That basic minimal amount of energy is known as your basal metabolic rate. You can sort of think of that as the basic amount of energy that's going to take just to keep you alive. There are some different calculators out there that will show you how to calculate that basal metabolic rate, one of which I'll post on this site. In my case, I'm no longer a spring chicken. I'm almost 39 years old, and according to the calculations, my basal metabolic rate is somewhere around 1,900 calories per day. Then you will also be moving around, digesting food, and doing some other stuff, and that will also raise your metabolism. I have more muscle mass than the average person, and through trial and error, I know my own personal metabolic rate is somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,900 calories per day, and that is not factoring in some extra exercise. Before we get into the specifics, remember that the first law of thermodynamics says that energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can only change forms. I'm going to prove to you that the laws of physics not only apply to the rest of the entire universe, but to the fitness and weight loss industry as well. What I'm going to do is change my own personal thermodynamic equation by simply decreasing my energy consumption and increasing my energy expenditure. Sounds kind of simple, doesn't it? But that's the whole idea. So let's go over day by day what I did. Alright, so here we go. April 8th, day 1. 8 a.m. I had my usual morning coffee for about 100 calories. 8:30 a.m. I had that bowl of cereal with the protein instead of water, and some strawberries, the multivitamin, and the omega-3 pill for about 450 calories. 9 a.m. This is when you see me on the scale in the first video. 10:30 a.m. Now I want to keep my energy level constant throughout the day, and so I'm going to snack. So I decide to have an apple for 75 calories. 12:30 p.m. I have my English muffin with 2 scrambled eggs and some salsa sauce for about 350 calories. 2 p.m. I jog for about 20 minutes. Now I jog pretty briskly, so you can knock off 300 calories. 2:45 p.m. Another snack, but this time I'm going to go with the banana for about 100 calories. 4 p.m. I was feeling a little lethargic that day, and so I had another coffee for another 100 calories. 5:45 p.m. I ate 3/4 of that large salad bowl with the chicken. The entire bowl is maybe 450 calories, and I still have some leftovers for later on. 8 p.m. I went to the gym and I trained my arms for about 40 minutes, followed by about 25 minutes of some intense cardio boxing. Knock off about 500 calories. Note that I'm usually in and out of the gym in just about an hour. 9:20 p.m. The first thing I do when I walk in the doors, I have that protein shake mixed with water for about 110 calories. 10:30 p.m. I finished off the rest of the salad and I called it a day. Here's a summary from day 1. The energy consumed from food was about 1,735 calories. The energy that I expended was 2,900 calories from my usual metabolism, and then I add an extra 800 calories from some extra exercise. That left me with a total caloric deficit for that day of 1,965 calories. Now, in the interest of saving time, this video will just flip through the next 6 days. But if you're really curious to see as what I did during that day, just pause the video over that specific day and read the list for yourself. Now let's take a look at the total energy deficit for the week. Day 1 was 1965, Day 2 was 1995 calories, Day 3 was 1640, Day 4 was 1880, Day 5 was 2170, Day 6 2160, and Day 7 2030 calories. That gives us a grand total caloric deficit of the week of 13,840 calories. Remember now, it takes 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound of body fat. So we take that 13,840 and divide that by 3,500, and that gives us 3.95. So I should expect to drop about 4 pounds of pure body fat. So I encourage you to please check out part 4 of this video series to see what the final results are actually going to be.